If you've heard beats from these producers, I have some alarming news. You might be a victim of their trickery. There's a rare but amazing illusion producers use to fool you into thinking you're hearing one thing in their beats, when in reality, you're actually hearing something completely different, something that doesn't actually exist. And some of the best beats in hip hop ever use these types of audio illusions.
It's my illusion.
So today I'm going to break down the most jaw-dropping examples of these producer illusions and how this technique tricks the audience, and I'll even show you how you've been fooled. So start off with the first one and what I think is the most mind-blowing example personally. The beat I'm talking about is Lightworks by J Dilla.
The name of the game is Lightworks.
Now a warning here, this song does have mature themes in it, so if you have kids, tell them to leave the room, maybe go play with that fancy fun box in the basement, I don't know, they're your kids. But check out how Dilla uses this sample that's an innocent commercial jingle and turns it into a song about cheebing up, about hitting dabs, about getting zooted. So here's the sample that was used.
What do you call a pair of eyes that sparkle and gleam, light up the skies? The name of the game is Lightworks.
By the way, fun fact here, this sample was originally given to Dilla by none other than Madlib.
I gave him the loop for Lightworks, he gave me the loop for that, or whatever.
Now pay careful attention to what the lyrics are saying after J Dilla flips it.
What is the magic that makes one's eyes sparkle and gleam, light up the skies?
So here we start off with some minor allusions to the jazz cabbage. Then the beat goes into a bunch of different loops and variations and switch ups.
Shine, that sparkle and gleam, light up the skies. The name of the game is Lightworks.
But there's one part of this beat that absolutely floors me. Take a listen to what the sample is saying here.
Light up the skies.
It's saying light up the skies. Innocent enough. Now take a listen to what the sample is saying here.
His heart does flips.
His heart does flips. Nothing too seedy about this either. But here's what J Dilla does. He takes these two pieces and splices them together perfectly into one another with the exact perfect timing to create this.
Light up the splips. The name of the game is Lightworks.
He got the sample to say light up the spliffs. That's insane. Not only is this impressive from a technical standpoint, but to just hear this sample and somehow get this idea, I just don't understand how someone's brain can even work like this. It's just absolutely wild. Now, as amazing as this is, it's just one example of this kind of audio illusion. Next, let's look at one from The Alchemist on his famous beat, Hold You Down.
Yeah, yo, when the time is worse, never leave my fam in the jam, I'm dying first, never till my last dollar, I'm grinding first.
So this one is an example of the Murk Effect. You might be wondering what that is. Well, here's how it works.
What do you hear?
Ba, 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 ba.
Now let me ask you what you hear this time.
Ba, 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 ba.
The first time you probably heard ba, well the second time you probably heard fa. Well, here's where things get spooky. The audio is the exact same both times. It was ba all along. But by manipulating what you see, I can manipulate what you hear. And that's exactly what The Alchemist does in Hold You Down. Let me show you what I mean. Here's the sample that's used.
Let him hold you, let him touch you.
Now when The Alchemist uses this, we start with the phrase hold you down from the sample. Then we go into the musical section next. By the way, a side note here, Al does some really smart producing on this beat. Here's how this beat would have sounded if he just used the sample as it is. You can hear we had that irritating piano on the left side of the beat. He basically gets rid of this left channel completely, leaving us with just the guitar sample from the right side. Very smart choice here, making the beat feel more usable. But here's where things get crazy. You saw that there are two chops that are used to create the phrase hold you down at the beginning of this loop.
Hold you.
But as you see, what's interesting is that they occur at different parts of the sample. Well, here's the part of the sample that the first piece is from.
Let him hold you.
You can clearly hear the artist says hold you, but take a listen to the second piece that's used.
Soon you'll understand.
He's not saying down at all. The alchemist took the word understand and chopped the second half of that word for this phrase. Meaning the entire time you've been listening to this beat, it's actually been saying hold you stan. This would have been a completely different song if they ran with this theme instead. And this is why I say this is the Murk Effect. By merely titling the track Hold You Down, it prompts you to hear the sample say something different. And The Alchemist isn't the only one who's done this. Another producer who has done a lot of McGurkin in his career is Kanye West. An example of this is on Late.
I'll be late for that, baby, I'll wait for that. If you had a taste of that,
which uses this sample. Now in Kanye's beat, it sounds like the sample is saying, I'll be late for that. But when you listen to the sample here in its original form, you can hear it saying, I'll erase away. Now to change this for Kanye's beat, he has someone singing over top the sample, and he himself even says, I'll be late for that. So this does help trick the audience a bit more, but it also seems like some sample manipulation is going on to help create this effect as well. For one, look at the timing of this sample. Here's how this would sound if it wasn't chopped up and had its timing changed up. And after he makes his chops and controls the timing of each word, it starts to sound a bit different. As well, it sounds like the highs are controlled in the sample. This is my own speculation, but it seems like there's some de-essing happening. What this means is that the words lose their S sound. And then finally, I think there's some kind of F sound included. Here I used the shaker, which sounds a little bit F-y. I then placed it with a specific timing, helping this word now start to sound like the word for. Again, this is my own speculation. I might be McGurking myself with this one, but this sample does feel like it has some interesting manipulation going on, really duping the listener. By the way, let me know in the comments which of these examples is your favorite and which McGurked you the most. I also have some free training that you can check out. Just hit the link that's also in the description box below. Now the next beat, while successfully fooling the audience, also ended up kind of fooling the producer who made it, because they almost ended up getting into some legal trouble over this beat. The song I'm talking about is Breathe, produced by Just Blaze.
Can't breathe when I come to, hum to, some shoes gotta be 20, man, it's not even funny, they can't.
Now in this example, there's a bit of cheating happening. I'll explain what I mean, but first, here's the sample that was used. And according to Just Blaze, the group Supertramp were not fans of being sampled and demanded a ridiculously high price as well as the entire publishing just to clear the sample. This is pretty unheard of, but Just Blaze obliged because the song just came out sounding so special, and the way the beat is made is equally special when you break it down. The amount of chops used that all take place throughout the entirety of the song is just insane. The fact that Just Blaze used this many pieces to put his own song together is just mind-boggling. But take a listen to this recreation of mine and see if you notice something different. It sounds like something is missing. Well, this is how the beat originally sounded. Nowhere in the sample is anyone saying breathe. In fact, here's what's actually said. The story goes that Just Blaze played this version of the beat for Fabulous, and Fab thought the sample was saying breathe. So he built the entire concept of the song to center around the sample saying breathe, which it actually doesn't. So Just Blaze goes in afterwards and records himself saying breathe and laid that into the sample. So this vocal that you hear right here, breathe. Breathe, is in fact Just Blaze. So it's kind of cheating in this example. It was more so just Fabulous that thought he heard the sample saying breathe, but nonetheless, Just Blaze was at least able to trick one person with his beat. Now the next beat I want to cover is an interesting example, and it might be my favorite that's on this list. It's produced by Kareem Riggins and used by Kanye West. What I'm talking about is 30 Hours.
I wake up, access to the damages, checking media takeout.
I actually didn't know this, but originally this beat was submitted to be on Yeezus, fun fact here. But what's odd about this beat is that we actually don't see much manipulation to the sample itself. It already sounds very mumbly and weird, making it prime to McGurk people. What we think we hear is 30 hours.
Where the islands go.
But in fact, the artist is saying where the islands. Very far and different from what we hear, but I'm a fan of Kareem Riggins and I once wanted to break this beat down and show you the bass line in it because it's just absolutely insane. We have multiple basses being mixed together, which is something you don't see often. We have this acoustic sounding bass and this synth one. The acoustic bass blends into the synth one, which is a really cool idea, and the bass pattern in the beat is just insane. And then once we bring in the drums and the pad into the beat, we get 30 hours. So which of these beats tricked you? Let me know in the comments down below if you got McGurked. If you like this video, hit like and subscribe. If you enjoyed this one, I do have another fun video right next to me. Go ahead and click it. If not, I will see you next week and I hope you have a good weekend. Bye bye.